Hello. Welcome to another journey of knowledge, with tips and curiosities about being healthier. If you are looking for a simple and effective way to boost your energy, strengthen your health and transform your mind and body, cold bathing may be the secret that was missing in your daily routine. It may even seem uncomfortable at first, but the benefits of this practice go far beyond a simple heat shock sensation. Let's explore in detail what cold bathing can do for you, and why starting today might be one of the best decisions of your life. The cold bath is an ancient tradition that, over the centuries, has been used in different cultures for its revitalizing and healing properties. From the ice baths in rivers by ancient Greeks to the purification rituals in saunas followed by cold water immersions, this practice has always been associated with rejuvenating the body and mind. And now, with the advances of science, we have more and more evidence that proves what our ancestors already knew. Cold baths are truly transformative. The first impact you feel when entering a cold bath is an instant shock, an electric discharge in the body. This shock makes your heart beat faster, stimulating blood circulation, and sending a greater amount of oxygen to the muscles and organs. This increase in circulation gives the body a sense of alertness and immediate disposition. It is as if the body is energized from the inside out. If you often wake up with difficulty or feel lazy throughout the day, a cold bath early in the morning may be exactly what you need to start the day on full strength. The feeling of renewed energy lasts for hours, being a natural alternative to coffee or other stimulants. Cold baths are known to improve blood circulation. When cold water comes into contact with your skin, the blood vessels contract, and when you leave the bath, they dilate quickly. This process, called vasoconstriction and vasodilation, improves the efficiency of the circulatory system, helping to pump blood more effectively throughout the body. This not only improves cardiovascular health, but also promotes better oxygenation of organs and tissues. In addition, this practice stimulates the immune system. Exposure to cold in a controlled way increases the production of white blood cells, which are responsible for fighting infections and diseases. In other words, incorporating cold baths into your routine can strengthen your natural defenses against flu, colds, and other diseases. Now let's talk about the psychological impacts. Exposure to cold also has profound effects on the mind. When you take a cold shower, the body releases a wave of adrenaline and noradrenaline, hormones associated with the fight or flight response. This means that your body enters a state of maximum alertness, which ironically results in a sense of calm and mental clarity after the initial shock. Several studies show that cold baths can help reduce levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, and increase production of endorphins, the so-called happiness hormones. This means that in addition to improving your physical energy, cold bathing can be a powerful tool for relieving stress and fighting anxiety. If you are someone who regularly exercises, the cold bath can be your new ally in muscle recovery. When you exercise, small injuries to the muscles are created, and the process of repairing these injuries is what results in muscle strength and mass gain. However, this process can also cause inflammation and muscle pain, the famous late or next day pain. Taking a cold shower right after training helps reduce this inflammation, speeding recovery. Exposure to cold causes blood vessels to contract and reduce swelling in the affected areas, providing immediate relief from muscle pain. It's no wonder that high-performance athletes take ice baths to speed up post-workout recovery. One surprising benefit that few people know is the relationship between cold baths and improved sleep quality. Exposure to cold, especially at night, helps regulate body temperature and slow metabolic rate, inducing the body to a state of deep relaxation. Studies show that people who incorporate cold baths into their routine report a significant improvement in sleep quality, falling asleep faster and having a deeper, more restful sleep. This is particularly beneficial for those who suffer from insomnia or sleep difficulties. There is also the deeper psychological impact, the development of mental resilience. Getting out of your comfort zone is one of the best ways to develop inner strength. Taking a cold shower is a way to face discomfort in a controlled manner. With each cold shower, you are teaching your mind and body to better cope with adverse situations, to remain calm and maintain control even in the face of discomfort. This regular practice can have lasting effects on other areas of your life, helping you to cope with challenges, pressures, and stress much more easily. Cold bathing also has aesthetic benefits. Cold water helps to close pores, which prevents excessive loss of natural skin oils, keeping it hydrated and with a healthy glow. In addition, taking cold showers prevents the drying of skin, common in hot baths. Likewise, hair also benefits. The cold helps to close the cuticles of the hair, leaving it more shiny, soft, and less prone to breakage and split ends. Finally, something that cannot be ignored: the ability of cold bathing to increase focus and discipline. It is not easy to get under a cold stream of water, especially in the morning. However, by developing the habit, you are essentially training your mind to face challenges with courage and determination. This simple act of facing discomfort early in the day creates a cascade effect of better and more disciplined decisions over the next few hours. Who starts the day with a cold bath feels more prepared to deal with other difficult tasks, creating a winning mentality early. Taking cold baths may seem like a difficult task at first, but the benefits are simply extraordinary. From improving physical health to strengthening the mind, this simple and accessible practice has the potential to transform your life in ways you never imagined. With each cold shower, you're investing in more energy, better circulation, less stress, and more focus. If you're ready to take a simple but extremely powerful step toward your best version, try the cold bath today and see how your body and mind. I know the simple idea of entering a cold bath is enough to make many people give up at once. It seems an unpleasant experience, something we associate with extreme discomfort, especially when we are accustomed to the warmth of a warm and relaxing bath. But what if I told you that this initial shock of discomfort is actually the catalyst for a series of incredible benefits to the body and mind? Yes, when you expose your body to cold water, something fascinating happens. Your veins contract, your body enters a state of maximum alertness, and suddenly you get a powerful discharge of energy and adrenaline. It's almost as if your whole body has a strong cup of coffee, but without the caffeine side effects. And the best, the benefits of cold bath go far beyond this instant burst of energy. Let's explore in detail what happens when you go into cold water, and why this practice can transform your life. When you come into contact with the cold water, the first thing your body does is to go into survival mode. Your veins contract, your heart rate increases, and your breathing becomes faster and more shallow. This phenomenon is known as cold response, and is an evolutionary response designed to protect your body in extreme situations. Cold water causes the blood vessels on the surface of the skin to contract, redirecting blood flow to vital organs such as the heart and brain. This temporary vasoconstriction is what causes that initial shock sensation, but it is also what triggers a number of positive effects. This sudden change in the body causes the release of adrenaline and noradrenaline, the hormones responsible for fighting or escaping. This natural injection of adrenaline is like an electric charge for the nervous system. You feel an immediate peak of alertness, your mind clears up, and your whole body prepares to act. This burst of energy not only awakens the body, but also improves concentration and the ability to make quick decisions. If you often wake up with difficulty or feel lethargic and unprepared during the day, a cold shower may be the most effective way to give that one on your system. And best of all, the sense of alertness does not disappear quickly as it happens with coffee. The impact of a cold bath can last for hours, keeping you energized and focused throughout the day. In addition to the instant energy boost, the cold bath promotes a number of significant improvements in blood circulation. When cold water comes into contact with your skin, veins and arteries contract, temporarily restricting blood flow. This process is called vasoconstriction. Soon after bathing, when the body begins to warm up again, the opposite phenomenon occurs: vasodilation, which is the expansion of blood vessels. This natural exercise of the blood vessels improves the elasticity of the arteries, strengthens the cardiovascular system, and promotes a more efficient circulation. The result is an improvement in oxygenation of tissues and organs, which means that your body gets more nutrients and oxygen in a short time. For those suffering from circulatory problems, such as cold hands and feet or poor circulation in general, ice baths can be an effective solution. In addition, this improved circulation helps regulate blood pressure, reducing the risk of heart disease over time. The impact of cold baths on the circulatory system goes far beyond the moment you are underwater. Regular practice can have lasting effects and contribute significantly to cardiovascular health. Another less known, but equally powerful benefit of cold baths is the impact on the immune system. When your body is exposed to cold temperatures, It reacts by increasing the production of white blood cells and defense cells. This reaction strengthens the immune response, making your body more resistant to infections, viruses, and diseases. Studies show that people who take cold baths regularly are less likely to get sick, especially compared with those who avoid the cold. In addition, controlled exposure to cold increases the production of natural antioxidants, which help fight free radicals responsible for cell damage and premature aging. This increase in immune capacity can be especially helpful in the winter months, when we are most susceptible to flu and colds. Incorporating cold baths into your routine not only strengthens your natural defenses, but also teaches the body to better cope with thermal stress, making it more resistant to sudden changes in temperature. If you're feeling overwhelmed by stress or struggling with feelings of anxiety, ice baths can be an unexpected but extremely effective tool to deal with these problems. The release of endorphins, often called wellness hormones, is another natural response of the body to exposure to cold. These chemicals act as natural analgesics, elevating mood and promoting a sense of euphoria. In addition to endorphins, the practice of taking cold showers reduces levels of cortisol, the main stress hormone. When cortisol is elevated, the body is in a constant state of alert, which can lead to problems such as insomnia, chronic fatigue, and even heart disease. By reducing cortisol, cold baths help to calm the mind and promote a lasting feeling of relaxation, even after bathing. Another interesting aspect is that by voluntarily submitting to a situation of controlled discomfort, such as cold bathing, you train your mind to better deal with stressful situations of day to day. This strengthens mental resilience, helping to develop a greater ability to face challenges with calm and clarity. Taking cold baths can be compared to mental training. Facing the initial resistance of entering and overcoming the icy water creates a sense of conquest and discipline. This kind of mental resistance not only strengthens your determination, but also creates a cascade effect that can influence other areas of your life. Once you start the day facing and overcoming a challenge, it is easier to maintain that mindset throughout the day by applying the same courage and determination on other difficult tasks. This type of practice creates a cycle of self-overcoming. The more you challenge yourself to get out of your comfort zone, the more confidence you gain in your own ability to face difficulties. This mental resilience is one of the reasons why many entrepreneurs, elite athletes, and successful people in general incorporate cold baths into their daily routines. For them, it's more than just a way to improve physical health. It's a way to train the mind to be stronger and more resilient. The positive impact of cold baths can also be felt in your sleep quality. Although it seems contradictory, exposure to cold can help regulate body temperature and prepare the body for a deeper and more restful sleep. Cold water activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for calming the body and promoting rest. This means that while cold bathing awakens your body during the day, it also has the opposite effect at night, helping to prepare your mind and body for relaxation. If you suffer from insomnia or have trouble sleeping soundly, a cold shower at night may be the solution. Exposure to cold lowers the core body temperature, creating ideal conditions for sleep. In addition, the feeling of relaxation that follows the bath can help to turn off the accelerated thoughts and promote a sense of tranquility, making it easier to fall asleep. The truth is that, despite the initial shock and temporary discomfort, the benefits of incorporating cold baths into your routine are immense. From instant boost of energy and strengthening the immune system, to improved circulation, reduced stress, and increased mental resilience, ice baths are a powerful tool for transforming your body and mind. If you're looking for a natural way to feel more energized, stronger, and focused, why not try a cold shower today? Sure, it may seem scary at first, but remember, it's in this initial discomfort that the greatest benefits are hidden. Then take a deep breath, get under the cold water, and feel your body revitalize from the inside out. You will be surprised by the results. The cold bath goes far beyond the physical impact and initial burst of adrenaline. The shock sensation you experience as soon as you enter the cold water is just the beginning of a series of reactions that your body and mind experience. One of these reactions, perhaps the most fascinating, is the positive effect that cold bathing has on the brain. When you undergo low temperatures, blood flow to the brain increases significantly, bringing a greater amount of oxygen and nutrients to this vital region. This increase in cerebral circulation provides a higher level of mental clarity, focus, and alertness. Morning laziness, that draggy feeling of tiredness that makes us want to hit the snooze button on the alarm clock several times, disappears in a matter of seconds. Cold water immediately activates its sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the body's fight or escape response. This state of alert, activated by the cold bath, raises the functioning of the brain to a level that seems unattainable by the ordinary routines of the day. It is as if, while taking a cold shower, your brain is awakened to operate at a maximum level of performance. If you are a person who has difficulty concentrating in the early hours of the day or suffers to feel fully awake, cold bathing can be a surprisingly effective solution. The mechanism behind this increased alertness has a lot to do with how the body responds to cold water. When the cold comes into contact with the skin, peripheral blood vessels contract to conserve heat and redirect blood flow to vital organs such as the heart, lung, and of course the brain. This redirection causes a greater amount of blood to reach your head, providing a real injection of oxygen and nutrients directly into your brain. The result? You feel more awake, with a clearer mind and ready to process information much more efficiently than if you had just drunk a cup of coffee. With increased circulation, the brain receives a refreshment, an oxygen discharge that helps nourish neurons and improve synapses, the connections that allow communication between brain cells. This may explain why, after a cold shower, you feel more focused, with sharper decision-making power and a greater ability to focus on the tasks you need to accomplish. Laziness, often due to inadequate cerebral oxygenation, is replaced by a mental energy that makes you feel as if you are operating on a higher level. Increased blood flow not only wakes your brain, but also improves the ability to concentrate for longer periods. Many of us face problems of distraction or difficulty in keeping our attention on specific tasks, especially in the early hours of the day. This problem is amplified by mental fatigue, common early on when the brain is still coming out of a state of rest. By taking a cold shower, you are essentially activating your mind in a way that allows for a deeper level of concentration. In addition, the cold bath triggers the release of chemicals such as norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter that helps improve attention and alertness. Unlike caffeine, which can generate an energy spike followed by a sharp drop, norepinephrine keeps the mind in a continuous state of focus without the hangover effect that we often feel after taking stimulants. This natural release provides a sense of mental clarity, making it easier not only to start the day, but to maintain a productive pace over several hours. Imagine waking up in the morning, exhausted and with your mind clouded, but instead of crawling into the coffee pot, you go straight to the cold bath. The first few seconds are uncomfortable, but you soon feel the difference. Cold water makes your mind go into alert mode. The mental fog begins to dissipate, thoughts become clearer, and you are ready to face the day with a mental clarity that previously seemed impossible. The cold bath is therefore a kind of reset for the brain, a way to prepare it for the day with focus and productivity. One of the most common problems, especially for those who live an intense routine, is mental fog. You know that feeling of constant tiredness where the ideas seem cloudy, and you feel unable to think clearly? Well, the cold bath can be the perfect solution to combat this. Brain fatigue is often the result of poor blood flow to the brain or poor oxygenation. When you undergo a cold bath, the redistribution of blood to vital organs eliminates this problem, providing a new level of mental clarity. Cold baths not only dissipate mental fog, but also have the power to prevent it from occurring throughout the day. The continuous practice of taking cold baths teaches the body to adapt better to temperature variations and improve blood circulation in general, which can result in a sharper and focused mental state, even in situations of tiredness. Thus, the mental fog, which often harms productivity and quality of life, can be significantly reduced with this simple practice. In addition to improving focus and concentration, cold bathing can also be a powerful stimulant for creativity. A well-oxygenated brain is one that can make faster connections and think outside the box. Artists, writers, and creative entrepreneurs often report that the moments of greater clarity and inspiration come after activities involving a shock to the system, such as intense physical exercises or, yes, cold baths. By increasing blood flow to the brain, cold bathing can stimulate areas responsible for creativity, allowing you to think in new and innovative ways. The sense of alertness and clarity that comes after a cold bath opens up space for new ideas to come up and for you to solve problems in a more creative and effective way. If you're feeling mentally locked in, Whether it's a creative project or an issue that requires an innovative solution, a cold shower might be exactly what you need to unlock this creative flow. Another fascinating aspect of cold baths is the way they train your mind to deal with discomfort and stress. When you come into contact with cold water, your body and mind initially go into a state of shock. It is natural to want to run or stop this experience immediately. However, by allowing yourself to remain in this state for a few minutes, you are teaching your mind to tolerate discomfort in a controlled manner. This practice of resistance to discomfort creates a resilience mindset. Your brain learns to cope better with stressful situations, not only at the time of bathing, but also throughout the day. You become more capable of facing mental and emotional challenges with calm and clarity. That mental strength you build when facing the shock of cold bathing translates into a greater ability to make decisions under pressure and to stay focused even when stress increases. Finally, cold baths also have a surprising effect on mood. Exposure to cold increases the production of endorphins, known as wellness hormones. This means that in addition to waking the brain and improving mental clarity, ice baths also promote a sense of euphoria and happiness. If you've had a hard day and were feeling down, a cold shower can be the emotional reset you need to lift your spirits and start the day with a more positive attitude. This effect is particularly useful for people who suffer from mood problems, such as anxiety or depression. The regular practice of cold baths has been studied for its potential therapeutic effects, and many report a significant improvement in mental health after incorporating ice baths into their routines. So if you're looking for a way to maximize your brain's functioning and start the day with focus, clarity, and energy, cold showering might be the secret you've been looking for. Not only does it wake your body, but also activates your brain in a way that few practices can. By improving circulation, increasing the flow of oxygen to the brain, and triggering the release of substances that increase focus and alertness, the cold bath puts your mind in a state of maximum performance, ready to face any challenge that the day brings. If you're looking for a powerful reason to embrace the idea of facing cold water daily, the positive impact it has on your immune system may be the incentive that was missing. Taking cold baths regularly is a practice that brings a lot of health benefits, and one of the most surprising is the effect that this simple action has on improving your immunity. If you are the type who suffers from frequent colds, flu, or infections, this may be a simple and natural solution to strengthen your defenses. When you take a cold shower, your body goes into alert. This triggers an immediate and intense response, as the body needs to react to the shock of cold to protect itself and maintain its internal temperature. In this process, a series of physiological reactions are activated, and among them is the stimulation of the production of white blood cells, essential cells of the immune system, responsible for fighting infections, viruses, and bacteria. By taking cold baths often, you increase your body's ability to defend itself against external invaders, creating a natural shield against diseases. To understand the effect of cold bathing on the immune system, it is important to understand how the body reacts to exposure to cold. When the body detects a sharp drop in skin temperature, peripheral blood vessels contract to keep heat in vital organs such as the heart and lungs. This vasoconstriction process is one of the first signs that the body is trying to preserve its integrity in cold water. When leaving the bath, these vessels dilate again, facilitating the flow of oxygenated blood to all areas of the body, which optimizes the function of organs, tissues, and cells. This cycle of contraction and expansion of blood vessels has a profound impact on the immune system. Improved circulation stimulates the production and transport of white blood cells, known as leukocytes, which act as the body's first line of defense against pathogens. These cells are on constant alert, ready to attack any foreign invader that threatens the balance of the organism, such as viruses and bacteria. With more white blood cells circulating, the body becomes more efficient at detecting and neutralizing infections before they spread. With increased production of white blood cells, the body becomes more resistant to a variety of diseases. The cold bath acts almost like a training for the immune system, forcing it to adapt and react to extreme stimuli. Just as muscles need regular exercise to strengthen themselves, the immune system also benefits from exposure to controlled stress factors, such as cold, to increase its efficiency. This means that over time, your body becomes better prepared to cope with minor infections such as colds and flu without you having to resort to medication or treatment. Several scientific studies support this idea. A study published in PLOS One found that people who took cold baths regularly had a significant reduction in the number of sick days compared to those who did not. This indicates that cold baths can, in fact, act as a natural booster of the immune system, making the body more prepared to cope with the challenges of the environment. Fewer colds, fewer infections, and fewer days of feeling ill can be a reality with the adoption of this habit. In addition to reducing the frequency of common illnesses such as colds and flu, cold bathing also helps to reduce the intensity of symptoms when you get sick. This is because, with a stronger and more responsive immune system, the body can fight infections more effectively, shortening the duration of the disease and accelerating recovery. Another immune benefit of cold baths is their ability to reduce inflammation. When the body is exposed to cold, it releases a number of anti-inflammatory substances, which help control and slow down chronic inflammatory processes. Inflammation is a natural response of the body to injury or infection, but when it becomes chronic, it can lead to a number of health problems such as autoimmune and cardiovascular diseases. The practice of taking cold baths can help regulate the body's inflammatory response, keeping it under control and preventing it from becoming harmful. This anti-inflammatory effect is also beneficial for those suffering from chronic pain or inflammation in the joints, such as arthritis. Cold helps reduce swelling and pain, providing relief and improving mobility. In addition, by reducing inflammation, cold baths can contribute to long-term health, preventing the emergence of chronic diseases linked to persistent inflammation. Another system of the body that benefits directly from cold baths is the lymphatic system. This system is responsible for removing toxins and waste from the body, as well as transporting white blood cells to where they are needed. Unlike the circulatory system, which relies on constant pumping of the heart, the lymphatic system depends on the movement of muscles and contraction of vessels to function properly. When taking cold baths, the lymphatic vessels contract and expand repeatedly, helping to improve lymphatic drainage and eliminate toxins more efficiently. This stimulation of the lymphatic system further strengthens the body's immune response, since it allows a more efficient circulation of white blood cells to areas of need. The elimination of toxins and waste also reduces the burden on the immune system, allowing it to focus on fighting infections more effectively. With an optimally functioning lymphatic system, your body becomes less susceptible to infections and diseases related to the accumulation of toxins. Taking cold baths regularly also trains your body to better cope with extreme temperature variations and other types of environmental stress. This adaptation to cold makes the body more resistant to sudden climate changes and situations in which the immune system would be naturally challenged. As you get used to lower temperatures, your body becomes less vulnerable to the negative impact of cold on your immune system, which means fewer episodes of weather-related diseases like colds and flu. Exposure to cold also triggers the production of hormones such as norepinephrine, which has immunomodulatory and anti-inflammatory properties. These hormones help prepare the body to deal with external stress factors, strengthening natural defenses and allowing the immune system to function more efficiently. Another factor that deserves to be highlighted when we talk about the impact of cold baths on immunity is the reduction of oxidative stress. Oxidative stress occurs when there is an imbalance between the production of free radicals and the body's ability to neutralize them. This process is directly related to premature aging, chronic inflammation, and a number of degenerative diseases. When taking cold baths, the body is stimulated to produce natural antioxidants, which fight free radicals and help protect cells from oxidative damage. With this, the immune system is preserved and strengthened, which means that the body has more resources to fight infections and diseases. This antioxidant action is one of the reasons why people who take cold baths regularly report a significant improvement in their overall health and fewer episodes of illness. Incorporating cold baths into your routine may seem challenging at first, but the long-term benefits to the immune system are unquestionable. With regular practice, your body adapts to the cold and learns to respond more effectively to stress factors, strengthening natural defenses and reducing susceptibility to infections. Increased white blood cell production, improved circulation and lymphatic system, anti-inflammatory effect, and reduction of oxidative stress are just some of the benefits of adopting this practice. By choosing to face the initial discomfort of a cold bath, you are giving your body a powerful tool to stay healthy, prevent disease, and live more balanced and resilient. If you're looking for a natural and effective way to improve your immunity and protect yourself from disease, cold bathing is a simple, affordable, and highly beneficial practice that can transform the way your body deals with environmental challenges. If you take your workout seriously or are looking for ways to improve your physical recovery after intense activities, cold bathing may be the missing secret to taking your performance to the next level. The practice of exposing the body to low temperatures after exercise has been gaining popularity, especially among professional athletes, and for good reason. Cold showering offers a range of physiological benefits that accelerate muscle recovery, reduce inflammation, relieve pain, and ensure you are ready for the next challenge, whether it's a heavy workout, competition, or just your day-to-day. After an intense workout, especially if you have practiced endurance or bodybuilding activities, your body goes through a series of changes. Your muscles suffer micro-injuries, which is natural and part of the process of muscle strengthening. However, these small lesions can result in pain, swelling, and inflammation, the famous symptoms of DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness, or late onset muscle pain. This is where the cold bath comes into action, acting as a powerful recovery tool. When you soak your body in cold water after exercise, something fascinating happens to your blood circulation. The cold causes blood vessels on the skin surface to contract, a process known as vasoconstriction. This slows blood flow to the outer areas of the body, redirecting blood to vital organs. When you come out of the cold water and your body starts to warm up again, the vessels dilate, and the blood, rich in oxygen and nutrients, flows back into the muscles. This process helps to eliminate accumulated toxins, such as lactic acid, which forms during intense exercise and contributes to the feeling of muscle pain. In addition, cold bathing reduces swelling and inflammation in areas that were most required during exercise. Inflammation is a natural response of the body to physical stress, but if not controlled, it can slow recovery and increase the feeling of discomfort. By reducing this inflammation, cold bathing facilitates the regeneration of muscle tissues and accelerates the healing process, allowing you to return to training faster and with less pain. Another great benefit of cold bathing is its analgesic effect. The feeling of pain after a workout can be a major obstacle, both physical and psychological, to maintaining a consistent exercise routine. Cold acts as a natural anesthetic, reducing the perception of pain by numbing nerve endings in the skin and muscles. This temporary relief helps reduce the feeling of discomfort after training, allowing you to feel lighter and more relaxed. Many athletes use cold bathing as part of a strategy to minimize muscle pain and increase physical resilience. In high-performance sports where every second counts, being able to recover faster and with less pain can make all the difference. That's why you'll often see football players, marathoners, triathletes, and even bodybuilders diving into ice baths or using cryotherapy chambers after competitions or intense workouts. When you train, the goal is not only to complete the workout, but also to ensure that your body is ready for the next one. The ability to recover quickly between training sessions is crucial for those who want to improve performance and prevent injuries. Cold bathing speeds up this recovery process by minimizing muscle damage and improving blood circulation, which means your muscles will be ready for the next challenge in less time. In addition, faster recovery allows you to train more often and more intensively, maximizing long-term results. If your goal is to gain strength, increase endurance, or improve your athletic performance, proper recovery is essential to avoid overtraining, which can lead to injuries and a drop in performance. Cold bathing is an effective way to ensure your body gets the care it needs after physical stress without compromising progress. Although the main focus of cold bathing is often physical recovery, the mental and nervous system benefits are equally impressive. Training can be exhausting not only for the muscles but also for the mind. The cold bath helps reduce the feeling of mental fatigue, providing a sense of renewal and mental clarity. When you soak in cold water, your body releases endorphins, chemicals that promote a sense of well-being and euphoria. This cheap cold can help relieve stress, combat anxiety, and improve mood, making cold bathing an effective tool for both the body and mind. By feeling refreshed and mentally prepared, you are more likely to maintain consistency in training and face challenges with more focus and determination. In addition, cold bathing can improve sleep quality, which is crucial for muscle and mental recovery. A good night's sleep is essential for the body to repair muscles and regulate growth-related hormones and recovery. Better sleep means waking up more willing, with renewed energy to face the next day of training and challenges. Professional athletes of various disciplines have already incorporated the cold bath as an essential part of their recovery routines. Ice bathing is a common practice among soccer, basketball, rugby, and other high-impact sports players where physical wear is extreme and rapid recovery is required to keep performance up. For example, after an intense game, soccer players often dive into ice baths to relieve swelling, reduce inflammation, and speed up the healing process of muscles. Cold helps minimize muscle and joint damage, allowing them to be ready for the next game or training session in less time. This type of quick recovery is essential in competitions that require continuous high performance, such as championships or tournaments involving consecutive games. Another example comes from long-distance runners and marathoners, who use the cold bath to minimize the effects of heavy workouts on legs and joints. After a marathon or long running workout, the muscles in your legs tend to be extremely fatigued, which can result in prolonged pain and inflammation. The cold bath helps to control this inflammation and eliminate accumulated lactic acid, allowing the athlete to recover more efficiently and without much pain. In addition to traditional sports athletes, cold bathing is also widely used by bodybuilders and bodybuilding practitioners. After intense strength workouts, where the focus is on causing microstrains in muscles to stimulate them to grow, cold bathing helps control swelling and pain, which facilitates the recovery process. This means that the practitioner can return to the gym earlier and with less discomfort, maximizing strength gains and muscle mass over time. If you're ready to experience the benefits of cold bathing in your recovery routine, here are some practical tips to get you started. Start gradually. You don't have to start with a cold bath right away. Start with warm water and gradually decrease the temperature to a point where you feel comfortable but still challenged. The key is to allow your body to get used to the sensation. Ideal time: an effective cold bath for recovery does not need to be long. About 5 to 10 minutes in cold water are enough to get the desired benefits. If you opt for a bath with ice, the time may be a little shorter. Take deep breaths. Controlled breathing helps to cope with the initial shock of cold. Focus on deep inhale and exhale to calm your nervous system and allow the body to adjust to temperature. Cold bath after workout: the best time for a cold bath is right after training, when your muscles are most inflamed. This will help control inflammation and relieve pain more quickly. Consistency: as with any other recovery strategy, consistency is key. Try to incorporate cold showering into your post-workout routine on a regular basis to maximize long-term benefits. The cold bath is much more than a fad in the world of sports. It is a proven tool to accelerate muscle recovery, reduce inflammation, relieve pain, and improve physical performance. Whether you are an elite athlete or someone who likes to maintain a regular exercise routine, incorporating cold bathing into your routine can be the differential you need to optimize your recovery and achieve your goals more efficiently. Now, perhaps the most surprising benefit: cold bathing improves your mood and fights stress. When you are under cold water, the body releases endorphins, which are those substances that make you feel good. They help reduce anxiety and even mild symptoms of depression. If you are looking for a natural way to improve your emotional well-being, cold bathing is a powerful tool. And here's a benefit that goes beyond the physical: cold bathing increases your mental resilience. Facing the discomfort of cold water teaches your brain to deal with difficult situations in a more calm and controlled way. Over time, you realize that cold bathing is not just a practice for the body, but a mental workout that helps you face any challenge with more confidence. Start with your usual warm water. In the last 30 seconds of the bath, reduce the temperature gradually until it gets cold. Increase this time over the course of the days until you can stand a few minutes of cold water. Your body will get used to it, and you'll soon feel the benefits daily. So, are you ready to change your life with the cold shower? I challenge you to try it for a week, and then tell me in the comments how you felt. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more health and wellness tips, and share with that friend who needs a boost of energy. Believe me, you will not regret